Frank Roberson, CEO of Black Rhino Group, their Texas-based protection group, joins us. Frank, thanks for coming on the show. Talk about the logistical nightmare of trying to protect a person against, when you're dealing with a crowd that's going to be that loud and that large.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys. It's definitely not easy, but they do have a template for that kind of thing. Arguably, the most protected game ever was the first Yankees game after 9/11 when George W. Bush went out and threw out a first pitch. So they do have a template and a game plan for that. So you got to take it in segments. You can't look at the stadium as a whole. You have to narrow it down to little areas where you're going to take the former president and then go from there. But it all starts with the perimeter. That's the number one thing on the list.
Well, and apparently the leaking of the information about where the president's going to be.
Yeah, that's not helpful. I mean, part of the, of course,
I don't mean just being at the game. I mean being in certain sections, his route through the stadium and into the stadium and out of the stadium, all those things.
Yeah. Yeah, and you remember a few years ago when the Olympics were in Winter Olympics were in Utah, some agents left behind the plan for that current president at that time in a Starbucks. I don't know how those things happen and how those things get leaked out, but they got some problems beyond communication and their perimeter issues.
I would think that maybe, in the stadium is one thing. The fans they're all going to, be checked out before they ever go in and probably go through metal detectors and all that kind of stuff. I would assume the biggest concerns are his ingress and egress in and out of the stadium and any buildings and other areas where somebody could potentially hide and take a pot shot.
Correct. And I'm guessing just from guys that have been on the Secret Service details, for about 3 blocks, they'll have folks in stairwells in taller buildings. They'll have some snipers. AT&T Stadium, when the Cowboys play, they have a sniper on the northeast corner of that stadium every Sunday when they play at home. I'm sure they have guys all around within a 3-block radius when they leave. But thank goodness they've changed to pick up drop-offs undercover instead of doing those things outside anymore since Reagan's shooting.
In this era of miniaturization, I mean, I've been as media on the receiving end of Secret Service clearance for a lot of time. Now, how in the world with all the media that's going to be there at that game can you even be sure that doesn't fall through the cracks?
Well, we just have to hope that they all do their job. I mean, if they're truly giving him the same level of protection as the current president, the current vice president, he should be secure. The press should be kept at a distance. Anybody else should be kept at a distance. And then just get him in and get it out. I imagine the Secret Service would I know from my experience, I'd rather just get in and get out and be done with it.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see how that works out. But I'm hoping that they got the problems fixed. I mean, there's enough publicity on the little things going on balls have been dropped that I'm sure hoping that they have this stuff ratcheted up.
Okay. Frank, thank you. Appreciate your insight. That is the CEO of Black Rhino Group, Frank Roberson.